Hello, I'm Steve. Welcome to the Patio Heat channel, where we provide visual concepts of infrared heating as well as tips for outdoor comfort. Send your request in to designs@patioheat.com for your personalized recommendations. Our one-on-one customer support helps you make the best decisions for your applications. We strive to earn your business. Visit our patioheat.com website for sales and more information. Now let's get heating. All right, so I had a request emailed over to me, and it's in reference to the possibility of applying or attaching electric heater to a Alumawood that cover that has a insulated and ceiling, I'll call it a ceiling beam that goes into the center of the actual Alumawood section. Now, this is my original drawing of each one of these panels that you can see here. If I move this, you'll see that it's a panel. However, I think I may have done this improperly, where the whole panel itself is 4 feet long. So from this edge here to, let's just say, this edge here, it would be 4 foot. And the beams that go inside of this panel are at 4 feet center to center. So just bear that in mind that I just made this design. I went to a website, saw this little image here, and thought maybe it's just 2 8-foot or 8-inch sections. But now that I think about it, it's probably more like 20 or 48 foot or 24. Who knows? But the main thing is that the beams are located 4 foot center to center. All right, let's go ahead and look at the dimensions that I have. So the overall dimensions on this particular patio, I was told, was going to be about 10 by 20 feet. And you can see that the way I have these beams sectioned out, I'm missing a couple inches, or I'm over a couple inches over here and not over a couple inches over here. And that's because what I try to do is make the center beam on the main first panel in the center of the actual structure itself. So you can see here it's 10 foot, and each section is 48-inch center to center. So in any case, I just want to kind of put out what I imagined it might be like. So you can see here, I have an 8-foot section here, center to center, and that's based on the center of here. So 4 foot, 4 foot. But in any case, let's go ahead and look at some of the questions that were emailed. Some of the questions that were emailed was, what type of heater could fit on this distance of 48 inches so that they can actually physically mount them on these existing beams in the Alumawood section here. The first thing that you might look at is placing units over here. These are Slimline units. These are 4,000 watts, and at that elevation, I'm not sure if I mentioned the elevation. Let's just go ahead and change that again. 8 foot 8 inches. It could be 8 foot. It could be up to 9 foot. Once you go past that 9 foot, you probably want a little bit warmer of a unit. But in any case, this particular unit has a mounting bracket that can slide within this grooved section here. So you'd put a nut inside here, and then you attach this bracket here to that nut through a bolt that goes, let's not do that. Let's go over here maybe. So there's a bolt that goes through right here. It's kind of hard to move this around. But there's a bolt right here that goes through and attaches to the nut. And then, of course, you can slide that bracket left to right. And I think there's a minimum distance that you can have these from this edge to this edge. I think it's somewhere in the 30-inch minimum range, but it can go all the way out to the edge over here and over here. And that could match up with the 48-inch center to center on these fan beams that are on this Alumawood. So that would be a way that you can attach it. So also I would want to keep that 6-inch clearance from here to here. And I have these angled at 30 degrees from straight down, 30 degrees up. Let's go ahead and see what that footprint of heat looks like. And being that the section I have this here in the middle of the structure, and that's 48 inches. So the closest we can really get, you can see that, we're not getting that perfect coverage here in the center of the patio itself. This would be the best layout if you're going to put it on the outer perimeter of the patio. But again, these brackets or these beams that go into the Alumawood just will reduce the amount of coverage that you're getting here in the middle. So what would I do on this particular application? I would probably go with a different layout, and that layout would be more of placing the units going parallel with the Alumawood beam. And you can see here now, we're at 8 foot center to center on each heater, and the heater mount would be, right here, and the heater location is centered within the 10-foot span, from left to right here. And also, I should also mention that this structure may or may not be like this. It might not be attached to a building structure. Maybe it's got 4 posts and it's out, unattached to the structure. So that being said, if it is on a slope, however, you want to make sure that you are leveling the heater itself. So this heater here from left to right needs to be level, and so I've stuck a little spacer here. You could make this out of a wood, maybe use some sort of material, aluminum or something of that nature, painted the same color as the Alumawood itself, and make sure that the heater's again flush. So let's go ahead and look at the array footprint of heat, and you can see here at that 8 foot center to center, we got a very nice coverage throughout the whole entire span. These are again 4,000 watt units, and there is a clearance that we need to be aware of. In this particular drawing, I don't have the true dimension of the fan, but essentially what you need is you need to make sure that there is 18 inches of clearance from this edge out to here, clearance of any combustible material. So if this fan blade itself is made of wood or a combustible material, then it needs to have at least a minimum of 18 inches. If it's non-combustible, then you can move the heater closer based on where these beams are located. So what would be another option? Let's go ahead and, again, if you want to look at this total coverage, it's a very nice coverage for this space. And at this height, looking out of, the structure, if you were looking out the window, I'm assuming this is going to be, a glass structure or doorway, I should say, if it's in fact attached to a structure. But let's go ahead and turn off the ray. These rays are invisible to the human eye, so what you basically be seeing is just the heater themselves. You won't see the actual beam. Infrared is a light wave that is invisible to the human eye. It is designed to penetrate mass, chairs, tables, floors, human body, to warm up that mass. So let's see if there's anything else I want to talk about on this. I think that's about it. Let's go ahead and look at the final option, which would be, do you want to use maybe a C series or even a CD series if it's a higher application? You could still do that. However, again, my block here is moved over, so you'd have to move that over. You want to make sure that your clearances are still met below the heater itself, pointing straight down to the ground. And as long as we're meeting all those clearances, your footprint is going to be ideal here. And you can see the coverage is fairly very well, actually. And that's true with the C series. This is 4,000 watt unit. The SL series, again, same location basically, same footprint of heat. And you could go, like I said before, with the CD if it's a higher application. You just want to make sure that your clearances are here. All right, so I'm not quite sure if this is the exact positioning of how these Alumawood pieces are on the structure here, but in any case, if you're looking for some assistance with your outdoor heating application and you would like us to review your plans, send your information to at patioheat.com. I'm Steve. Please tap that like button if you find this video useful. We don't advertise, not monetize. YouTube does not promote our channel in any way unless we receive a thumbs up from our viewers. We truly appreciate that. And I just want to say thank you for sending me the email request. And at all times, you know, if this is really helping you out, tap that like button. It really helps this channel out, and that will help others. Thank you so much. Have an excellent day.